Back.
I'm
Oh,
back.
right. We're
Hello.
about to start.
Yeah, we're about to start. We are live right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JH Show. We are all very cozy right now.
Suited.
We're zooted, as she said. We're just chilling. We just watched what's it called? Weed Cat?
We weed etiquette
Weed
and bon
Etiquette?
appetit.
Yeah, Weed Etiquette. It's it's so interesting. 'Cause it was
It's
like,
a it's a show that touches on the controversies of the growing weed industry, accounting for things that you don't necessarily always think of, like treatment of kids, treatment of mental
right.
illnesses, the industry growing itself, people moving into growing marijuana as a business, just literally the explosion of it over the past few years.
Right. And it's pretty crazy to see what is involved in and how far it's come from when it started to where it is now. To now it's just everywhere, all over the world. It is a billion-dollar industry and it's amazing. And the reason it is oh, what'd you got there?
Mozzarella stick.
What'd you get?
What? Mozzarella sticks?
Mozzarella sticks? Oh my
Meant to
God, we
win
had
it.
to interpret his high. We had to interpret his high, bro. He's gone. Uh,
That
That's
yeah.
shit
great.
busting.
I was there was a certain point, so when we were watching that, there was a certain point where I couldn't stop laughing. I had to turn my camera off because I was ugly crying of laughter. I was
It
dying.
was. And we
Oh,
love you.
it was funny. It was
I
really
don't
funny.
remember half of what we watched. I ain't gonna lie.
Essentially, the guy who was going around talking to all these weed people and what they were doing,
Yeah.
you lost it when that dude got really stoned. Because essentially, what these kids are being medicated with is heavy, heavy, very potent
Right.
cannabis
It's
oil.
very
And so
potent.
these kids take
Oh.
like a gram a day. This dude who's doing it, you know, he's a stoner. He takes like 1/10 of what those kids are, and he's like, "I'm flying." He was having like an out of body
Yeah,
experience,
he had
like the
one
whole
tenth of what
video.
those kids have. Now these kids have what the one had a tumor and the other had
One had a brain tumor, and the other one had leukemia.
leukemia, and the leukemia symptom one was like it was getting she was getting better. Like it was crazy. It just I don't know. They need to
Well,
study a lot more.
Well, as it said, because it's still considered a class one substance like acid or heroin, it's not going to
Right.
get government funded studies because governments don't like to fund the studies of positive, uses of marijuana. So everything's
Exactly.
peer reviewed and technically cannot be considered, solid evidence within the medical community.
And most people that use it know how to use it responsibly, especially now. You know, now
Well,
it's
there was the girl who quit her chemotherapy 9 months early,
right.
doubled up on her marijuana taking, and she went into remission.
Yeah, that was like
No, there's no studies, continuing saying, she went back in, but as far as I know, most of these people go into remission and it
right.
doesn't come back while they're on the cannabis.
It's amazing. It's I don't know. They like I said,
Cheers.
there needs to be more research. Cheers. Let's toke it up. I am in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy.
And if you're not, you're gonna be. Cough like a bitch. Come on. You know you
What?
wanna.
Excuse me? I've been doing this all day, bro.
I
I'm
know
good.
you have.
I'm good. um, Jaden, what do you think of the show?
Luke.
Well, I think it's great. Any kind of new research or studies or anything to show the positive benefits of marijuana in any facet of existence. I think it's all good because for so long we like stigmatized weed and people who smoked weed, and it was a socially frowned upon thing. And I've
Right.
always found that to be so stupid because, like Wolf mentioned earlier, how is alcohol legal and weed isn't? It's like for
It's
me, their standards have been backwards the whole time.
yeah, and
But
it's
with
go ahead.
with the
Cyrus
show
Point.
and how it introduced how much they're giving to kids with these like extreme conditions, like and it's proving positive reactions. That's
Exactly.
incredible.
Well, I think
But
Exactly.
the
also,
hardest
I'd
thing is
be
that like
But
chemotherapy
that
kills everything, whereas you have to have enough marijuana in your system that it has to completely overwhelm those cells. So to have those be on an equal level, it has to be an overwhelming dosage to do the same effect, but it's so much less harmful
right.
physically.
Physically.
It's the mental toll that's the worry from the long-term usage, or how does that,
Right.
mess
Right.
with development later, or how things are going to, naturally
That's
biologically
where
evolve.
that's where you run into problems. And a lot of people argue that point. You should never give your children weed or something along the lines of that because it can ruin their brain at an early age. How do you know? Like,
But
it's
if parents will give their kids legalized crack for their ADHD, I
right.
mean, what's the harm in someone, like she said, like, I have a dab before school and that keeps me, calm
Right.
and symptom free. And,
Right.
or like when you watch the cooking show, Bong Appetit with someone with Crohn's disease, and, that's big intestinal swelling. Like, I have Crohn's disease and colitis and all these other things, kidney stones. And it's such like an anti-inflammatory, and they can pump you full of steroids, which all have side effects, but weed can be so medically empowering
It's
with such
crazy.
little adverse effects. It's
It's
just down the
yeah.
long run because they won't do studies. No one knows what's going to happen.
It's got so many benefits and I don't know. It's just especially now. Now we're able to really, really use it to its fullest potential. We have brought it down to a science with purities, with strains, with the new CBD that's come out, the new Delta 8s. I mean, we've really, as a species, fine-tuned it. It's pretty crazy to think about, like Cheech
I
and
mean,
Chong, like the early
yeah.
days, it wasn't as common and not a lot of people knew what it was. It was shady. Now it's coming into fruition to where everybody's kind of accepting it. We're just kind of getting, and it might be a generational thing because the younger generation is becoming more populous as the older generation is dying out.
It's the
Um,
baby boomer hitch of where this
right,
big population is
right.
kind of full and then there's everyone else.
So I think as policies and weed and stuff as they're gonna change with the times because of the people. I think the younger generations are gonna, be
I
like,
think once that generation goes, weed will become legal in every state because you don't have the
yes,
conservative stronghold holding
yeah,
the overwhelming amount of votes.
exactly. It'll be most of our generation that is we've been through the ringer and we know what we want as a people. It's just it's a it's I don't know how to explain it. Weed should not be illegal because it brings a lot of people recovery. There's so many
When it
benefits.
was
It's
officially put into something, it had a totally different ideal and basis. And when enough research comes out, it should be redebated. But the problem is that it's had such a stigma for so long. Everybody currently in power and in those older generations are not going to change their mind. It's the new people that are going to come in behind them and push that to be more available and realize like all these studies and everything that have been done and then push for the government to do its own thing. If you're going to ban this, then medically prove why it's not good for us when people are doing
exactly.
all these amazing things in these small studies.
Exactly. Do some tests, especially now. That's what I'm saying though, with this generation. As the younger ones get older, the older ones die out, we're gonna be in that mindset of we grew up with that as something we thought was cool. And it was so when that vote comes up, right, most of us are gonna vote, yeah, when I was a kid, it was kind of fun. Because I did it all the time. Why not? You know what I
Well,
mean?
the other thing is the small populace of the older generations that have it right that are finally getting to pass down their knowledge with more acceptance and less taboo of it.
Right.
Like one of the episodes we haven't watched it yet of Bong Appetit is he literally goes to a grandma's house and cooks a full big Italian meal with this old woman who likes to weed the fuck up out of all her food.
Holy
It
shit,
is
really?
the
Oh,
coolest thing ever. But like seeing that older generation, like, I've been growing this for years. Now people are coming to me asking how I did this so they can do it for themselves. And like that those people being glorified now instead of being pushed out, like
right.
instead of them being
Really
taboo, they're
cool.
the heads of a whole nother generation, people who've cultivated for years in secret. Like just all of that, and then how quickly it's evolving to be a science instead of it's not just botanical, it's scientific at this point.
Right.
Like you would use any herb or penicillin or medication, anything grown from a plant as medicine.
Right.
Jaden, what are your thoughts? You've been quiet. I
I'm
talk
sorry.
a lot. I'm really stoned.
I have my mouth full. I don't want to talk.
His mouth's full of breaded wieners. Leave him out of it.
What?
I ain't
You
gonna
said he had corn
lie.
dogs.
I ain't gonna
Those are
lie.
gone.
I did not hear a single word any of you motherfuckers said this entire
Wow.
time.
What did you think about the shows we watched, Wolf?
Yeah, like you remember
The
all
weed
the weed
food
and
or the
shit?
children that are stoned?
Yo, those kids were gone. That's what's crazy
But
is
it shrunk their tumors. It was getting rid of their cancerous cells
I
without
know
effect.
that I'm very glad you showed this to us because it's like kind of
You don't think about
eye-opening
it.
to see how many uses this thing has. It's crazy.
And how it's like
Like,
being processed and used and all
Excuse me.
like I get the debate. The hardest thing about is treat your kid with weed or let them
yeah,
continue on chemotherapy because weed, even if it's slowing them a bit, it's like your kid wasn't supposed to live for another year.
right.
They said that one little child that had chemotherapy twice,
Yeah,
she wasn't supposed to survive the next 60 days. And on weed, she's lived for another year and a half because it's not just I want my kid to, grow up and be healthy and live their dream. I want my kid to live to the next year, and that is what they said. Is just like it's not about it's getting past those 60 days on like chemotherapy. It's keeping them healthy. It's having them reach 4 and 5 and 6. Like continuing the fact that they can live. Like it becomes a better quality of life in what you're doing, but it's also the amount of life they get to have. If you two gonna keep giving each other bedroom eyes and pretending not to
right.
laugh, I'm gonna scold both of
I'm
you. Yeah, just
sorry.
fuck
I'm
already.
sorry. I
God
thought
damn,
of something
Jaden.
funny. I thought of something funny. I can't right now.
I think Jaden would make a really hot Lord Farquaad, in my opinion.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, look at him. He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous.
I
She
don't
called you
know
a
if you've been
midget.
giving me backhanded compliments all day saying I'd cry like an ugly lady or something earlier.
No, you
And
were
then you
doing
said
some
I'm a
weird
hot
voice thing.
Shrek,
Wait,
No,
you were
no, no,
doing
no, no.
what?
You were doing some
She
weird
just called
voice
you a
thing where you
midget.
were like crying in like a weird. You were saying something in a really weird voice, and it sounded like how ugly girls cry. Like I cry ugly.
Okay.
I'm an ugly girl. I'll admit that. Like you had like this lowered weird voice you were doing, and it sounded
Yeah.
like you were just crying real ugly. Like
I
it's not
was
you.
proud
It was the
today.
voice you were doing.
No, I
She's
get you. I know
lying.
it's all jokes.
She's calling
No,
you
but you
ugly.
would make a
Honestly-
hot. You'd make a hot Lord Farquaad.
He would. He would.
Thank you. Maybe I'll try
Bruh,
that.
if you do it, I'll take a body
She
pillow.
called you a midget.
So, all right. So we had the weed given to children. What else was the other? What was the other one?
The other thing I had us watch was Bon Appetit, where they used
They
the
used
different forms of
weed
weed into food. So they would
into
take like
food.
distillates, CBD powders. You would put THC and CBD in the food because CBD calms THC. So if you make something like a sauce or something additional to
Right.
the meal, you can get high but bring yourself back down.
Right.
And then terpenes are things that didn't even contain weed, but like the flavor and aromas of those weeds from being.
Bruh.
It's just because
Bruh.
how Asian Wolf is right now.
Are
It's
you
fine.
good? Are you good, Jaden? Jaden.
Dude, my eyes won't
It was
open,
going
dude.
so well. It
Bruh.
was going so.
It was going. Listen, I was so drawn in. I was so drawn into the story that I was like, "Wow, this is amazing." I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about, but I look down and see Jaden open his fucking eyelids, and I'm like, "What? What is he?" Oh, Jesus Christ!
My eyelids are so
This
fucking
is quality
heavy, dude.
entertainment, dude. This is quality entertainment for the fans. They're just gonna be like, "Holy shit, this
All right, I'm
podcast took
rolling.
a turn."
It's time I'm rolling.
Oh no.
Oh.
I rolled a 1 for the podcast. I don't think
Okay,
it's looking
it's
good because that's a
not.
critical.
We're fucked.
Oh.
I rolled a fucking 1. Last
fucked.
podcast I
Okay.
did with y'all, I rolled a
Hey,
13.
I'm
and it
gonna
went
roll
okay.
it right this time, okay? I know you guys
Wait.
freaked the fuck out when I did this last time.
Oh wait,
What are
should
we
I get my
talking
metal
about?
dice? I kept my metal dice at my desk.
Oh, I'm so glad I have this new. I have a new spotlight. It's pretty nice. I don't
Look
know
at this
if this
shit.
is gonna bounce or not.
The fully
Okay.
metal dice.
What the fuck
That's
are we
sick.
doing?
We're rolling for initiative for the podcast.
Welcome back, Wolf.
13.
Lights are on, but ain't no
I
one
rolled
home.
a-
Okay,
I
well,
rolled
I
a
rolled a 1,
13.
but I'll roll in my metal dice because they feel better. I rolled a 9. We're
I
still
rolled
hitting
a
pretty low on the
13.
curve there, but I think it'll survive.
11.
What exactly are we rolling for?
That's a
Initiative the
7.
podcast.
That's a 7. That's not good. Okay. Oof.
I rolled a 17. I think that's as good as we're gonna do, and I don't think we should re-roll again to curse over it.
No, I think we're good. Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons reference, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have never played, very interesting game. I once fucked a troll in a cave to distract the dragon. So we won't get
When I
into
was
that.
playing
but-
with my ex, our characters had sex with our troll. Our rogue had hidden under our bed to see if we would
no.
tell information. So he got disadvantaged for the next day because our characters fucked, and he got a concussion from hiding under our bed.
Oh my god. That's funny. Dungeons and Dragons is wild, especially if you're a
What?
stoner.
We also had Nazi plants, and we joined a dragon cult and smoked dragon weed. Our poor DM had to pull so much shit out of his
Oh
ass. 'Cause
my
he's like,
God,
this is a
bro.
side thing. You talk to these people once. We're like, no, we want to get to know them more. He's like,
Yeah.
they don't have a place. We're like, now they do. We just kept going until he eventually made something up for us.
That's funny. I like when you have to like kind of force the dungeon master to create a story around your opinions, you know.
I'm writing a homebrew for that.
Yeah.
That's why I run a D&D server.
They just released
I
the new Dungeon
Dude, what if
Master
we did
book.
D&D on the podcast?
That
I'm
would be
homebrewing
fun.
a campaign, and I have everything to like set up the maps and everything. If I can
Oh,
get
really?
it finished,
That'd be fun.
we could do that.
Yeah. Become what's that? Critical Role? Yeah. Basically become Critical Role in their infancy. Do you guys remember
I
the
don't
early
know what
days
I'm
of
talking
Critical
about.
Role?
No, I wasn't there for all that.
Jaden, you know what I'm talking about? Your eyes are moving all over the screen. I'm not sure which TV you're looking at right now, motherfucker.
Yes, I'm
Like,
familiar
TV,
with
you can
Critical Role with
monitor.
Matthew Mercer and all of them.
I love Matthew
Yeah.
Mercer.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's great.
You should grow your hair out like his. You know, get that gentle
We
wave
could
gear.
all be so lucky.
It always blows
Yeah.
my mind that the first times I ever saw you, you had all this long ass hair.
Me, yeah.
And then the next time
Yeah,
I
I
saw
have,
you,
like-
DG had short hair. I was like, where did it all go?
I had really red long hair. It was so long. It was so
It wasn't
hot
that
too.
long.
It was long. It got down
Not
to
compared
like
to mine. When I think long hair, I think my hair.
Yeah, but that's not.
That's not what.
I don't grow. Guys don't grow their hair out that much.
Yes, they do.
Like,
I used to have a contest. My dad used to challenge me on how long we could grow our hair.
What are we talking about?
well, I don't know. I just.
You're
I
growing
like-
his
don't know.
hair out,
I-
so he looks like a pretty woman from behind again.
Why would he ever want to do that?
Because his hair was long?
I
No.
wouldn't even look like a woman from behind. My ass
My
is
dad's been called Miss
flatter
from
than a
behind.
washboard, baby. I
Boy,
have a
that
flat
receptionist
ass.
turned bright red when he turned around, full Gandalf beard, because she just saw his long hair. And she's like, "Excuse me, miss." My dad turns around, just like full beard, like yes.
Jesus.
She's like, ah. Back then,
Did you guys? Have you guys ever been camping?
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's. Do you guys have any fun camping stories?
No.
I've done one of those things that you see in cartoons where you go fishing and you go back and you catch on somebody. I caught my uncle's hat once, and then
Oh,
I caught
shit.
my aunt's vest once, like
Oh,
just
no.
fishing attire.
That's funny.
I went to a church camp once.
I used to go to those every other year
I used to go to
with
those.
my cousins in Canada.
Those were weird. Those were
Yeah.
really fucking weird.
Oh god.
Like now that I think about it, I'm like, that was some culty ass shit, bro.
Mine wasn't. Mine
y'all
was really
do-
fun. It was up in Canada with my grandparents, and it's the only time like me and my cousins would have to hang out with each other because, you know, my dad would take my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and they'd go travel around. But this is like time that was like specifically sectioned off because I had 4 cousins that went to the camp with me. And then after a couple of years, I had 6 cousins that would go with me to this camp. So it was like really family bonding, and we weren't super like religion focused.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever do the pranks? at
Oh yeah.
church camp.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
bro. Oh, it was bad. The kids learned not to mess with me though. So I went for like a couple years, and the first year they tried to piss us off and just fucked around with us. But the year after that we were ready for them. But I'd already rigged everything and just little fucking like mix of salt and pepper shakers and just little shit like that in their cabins. Oh my God, they were so mad when they like everything was messed up in their cabin, and they were like, "What is going on? Why isn't anything working?" It was fun. Yeah, pranks are great.
There was this kid that I went to school with, and he ended up going with us on the trip that I took. And I think he misunderstood what a prank was because his idea of a prank was to duct tape our camp counselor to the bed in his sleep and pour hot sauce in his eyes.
Oh my God, what the
He is
fuck?
now in jail for murder, like convicted murder. He broke into a
Wow.
dude's house and killed him. Yeah,
Wow,
it's a
really?
guy I went to
Holy
high
shit.
school with. Yeah, he was in my grade.
That's crazy.
This started about, talk about weed, food, and children who are high, and just
Now,
murder,
now
guys. Just
murder. Hey, this is what men
murder.
do. Hey, it's what men do,
Hey,
sweetheart.
forget
Hey,
about it.
Hey, I
forget
could be a
about
really
it.
good.
It's
We
what
talked
men
about this
do.
when we were watching
Don't worry
Criminal
about it,
Minds.
sweetheart.
I could be a really good murderer. We talked about this here.
Uh, I don't know. I argued this point with you.
Yes, but you ultimately gave me the win because the one
No,
episode we were watching with the girl who was poisoning the dudes.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
I don't remember. I I'm too high for that, but you'd be hard to track down for sure. That I don't know if you hid yourself well, but your
That's
DNA,
that wasn't the point.
your hair
This
is
sounds like a
kind of
sensitive topic.
a dead giveaway.
Oh, to who I am because my friggin'
Well,
hair
if you
length.
were to try to get away with a murder, like what?
I'd have like a fucking 3-foot hair left on the scene as DNA evidence. Hey, Wolf Jane, do you know about my hair?
I
Huh?
do.
Have
Wolf,
you
do you know
seen
about
her
my hair?
hair? Her hair is super long. It
It's
is.
like right. I can't like even tippy toe high enough to like show all
Oh
my hair.
shit.
It's long as
It's
Yeah.
hell,
very
bro.
fucking long. What the hell?
Yeah.
Well, it
I've
looks so
like grown it
small.
up forever like Rapunzel style, so yeah. Which obviously sheds everywhere. So
Right. Yep.
Dude, if one of those
but
wrapped
I would
around
get
you,
caught by a piece of like DNA evidence that's
Oh.
like
Oh, that was
longer than my
another
arm
reason I was
span.
so glad I cut my hair. I kept getting it caught and shit. Bruh, I'd get it caught in my chair. I'd be like, ah, fuck, motherfucker. Dude, it would get caught in everything. It would get caught in my fucking mic stand. I'd be sitting here and I'd like, and then I'd pull my hair and it would just
No, the worst thing
yank.
about it is what you do to yourself. My hair is long enough
Oh, it's
that it stays behind
terrible.
my butt. So I'll go to sit down, I'll sit on my hair and yank my fucking neck back.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Or
That's
I'll lay down and if someone lays next to me, like
she
if
just
someone's like
steps
laying
back.
next to me, they lay on my hair and I'll go to get up and my head'll be yanked back because someone's fucking laying on my hair.
She steps back on her own hair. Oh, daddy.
It's not long
the
and no. I think you're
Oh, shit.
projecting your
I'm
personal
too
ambitions into the podcast. I don't think that's right.
I'm too high for
Like
this.
you wolf cry. How could you?
I love Wolf, man. I'm just fucking with you guys, and it's great, bro. Yeah, I killed him, bro. I killed him. I did it. I did it.
Look how sad he
Bro,
is. How could you
listen, this
do
was
that?
me.
He's
This was me.
crying.
Listen, this was me a few hours ago. You guys probably saw. We were watching that show. I was laughing my ass off. I couldn't
Hey, who took an
breathe.
like a
edible?
different person.
I
Who was
sounded
the one
like an
taking an
animal, bro.
edible?
I took
I
an
believe
edible.
Jaden
Oh,
did, yes.
fuck.
You're very quiet.
Oh
is.
There's a
shit.
lot of people talking, I don't like
Come
interruptions.
on, I feel like you got some pizzazz to throw in there.
He
Some
does. Look at
spice.
him. He's beautiful.
I've
He's
been known to
he's
throw in some
beautiful.
pizzazz every
I
now
This
and
is
know.
a
Did you see
beautiful
those
man.
hot ass selfies he posted in
Damn,
Jeff's Discord?
son.
Like, damn.
I worked
Oh,
on him.
oh.
Oh, dude, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Dude, those were fucking fine.
Thank you. Those are like
Bro.
the only good selfies I've ever taken in my
All right,
life.
breathe, Wolf. Breathe, breathe.
I did not expect
What
you
are
to
we
go
talking
and
about
fucking
anymore?
say,
Like,
"Oh,
we've
daddy."
We're
recapped
talking about
over,
how
like,
hot you were.
oh my god, I'm so like a 6 on a good day. But
That's a lie.
I don't
Because
even know
everybody
what we're
grades
talking
themselves
about.
the
beauty is in the
harshest.
eye of the beholder.
I don't know. I'd put myself at a 6.
I feel like Gear and Wolf would be a cute couple.
Huh?
What the fuck?
What you mean by that?
I
What
mean, you
said?
make
I mean, they
Wolf
could
laugh
work.
the most out of anybody. So it would be
Well,
like
that's
the
because we're both
healthiest
mentally
relationship.
stupid. Like, we're not,
Because you'll
we're
always
both
be
on the
the
same.
funny one, and
Listen,
then he can be the cute one that like sucks up to you.
but I want to cuddle Jaden though. It's a Jaden
Aww.
thing, man.
Everybody will
Like,
just fight over Jaden. Let's go.
he's
Oh,
gorgeous,
you
dude. Look at
guys.
him. He's a gorgeous man. Like, that's a cuddle
What the fuck
bear.
am I,
That's
chop liver?
enough. That's
You're a little
enough.
bony. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. It's just
I'm a little pony.
bony, not pony.
Oh,
What?
oh. I was
Wolf's
like,
a little bony. God.
Jesus
Oh, I
Christ.
thought all guys were bony. That's like how y'all work with your
Not
hormones
all
and
of us.
shit.
There's some big motherfuckers out there.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, Jesus Christ, woman. What the fuck? That's
Don't even start with me.
as one of my favorite TikTokers says. What?
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 God, that defines your
Jaden knows what I'm
generation,
talking
but
about.
that's like a clear definition between your generation and mine. You quote TikToks, while my generation quotes Vines. There's like a 3-year gap where there's just like from 1999 to like 2001 to like 1997. It's like its own little mini generation
Yeah.
that doesn't fit into Gen Z or millennials.
Right.
Because you were in the transition period of like everything.
Right. I'm right in the middle. Like
I
you.
feel like I could pull off a unicorn horn. Like,
What the fuck, bro?
I feel like Wolf could pull it off because he has all like the matted hair around it to like cover where it actually like goes in. You could do like a really cool Darth Maul OC with all like your dark hair, and since you have like the facial hair, you could do something badass with that.
Wait, what?
I'm so confused.
I want
Oh.
that. I want that Jaden face that he just did, that approval face as a yeah, that's an emote right there. Emote
Oh,
right
where
there.
are we at?
I like that.
All right, we're at 27
Like
minutes.
thoughtful approval.
27
That's what
minutes.
that
I gotta
is.
remember that face, bro. That's smug as shit, bro. I love it. Do it again. He's just like.
I put something in the chat, so when you go through the video, you can
okay.
look and see that I put something there.
Bruh.
it's like,
yeah, bro.
Unless,
He's
yeah,
like, bro, you look
like, you're
Italian.
alone
You
and I
look
can
like
come
a
over
conquistador. That's
unless,
what it is.
I
He's like,
mean,
he could be
you know,
Lord.
and just in
Yo,
case,
no,
but we could.
He could be Lord Farquaad, dude. Look at him. He's just
mean-
got that. Hey, Benazzi.
Do you even know the name of a fucking Farquaad's kingdom?
Ooh,
You
No.
rule over the
Duloc?
kingdom of Truelock.
Truelock, I was close.
Oh, true.
No, I just watched all 4 Shrek movies again with Nix the other day because we got bored and stoned. Oh, fuck, man, that's great.
What is
funny.
the weirdest one item you guys have in your rooms right now? You don't have to show it, you just have to say it.
That's a really hard decision.
That's
I have a lot of weird shit.
There's some weird stuff in here.
What you got in there, Gear?
Wait, what are
You
we
got little
talking about?
sussy-
The weirdest
Oh.
item you
vodka
own in your
items?
room right now.
The
I know you
weirdest
got a maid
item.
outfit somewhere in there, Gear.
Yes!
Oh shit, I forgot about costumes. Oh no.
Dude, Gear, put
I
it
guess it'll
on.
just have
Here's
to
a
be
little
this.
sussy.
Oh no,
Put
wait.
it on for me later.
What the fuck? No. I'm
That-
good. Honestly, the weirdest thing in my room right now is probably if my mom was to walk in here, she could probably realize everything else.
Is it
chill.
the thing you have out in the open? Is it your
It's not.
Oh, really?
No.
But you leave it in the open.
That's not a weed plant.
It's an item. It was the weirdest thing you have in your room.
What? Oh, that
I
would-
bet he's got dildos.
I have a pocket pussy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say your Max. That's what I was
A
talking
Max,
about, dude.
Yes.
Wolf,
right.
what?
But yeah,
What, Wolf?
that's
What the
that's
fuck's
the only
up?
other thing. Wolf, what are you talking about? You talking shit? Huh? You
Yeah,
want
what
to
do you
go?
got in your
You
room,
want to
Wolf?
fight? What you got in there, huh? He's
Wolf
got a
has
bottle of
endless
lube.
amounts of furry porn
Oh,
under his
for
bed.
sure, bro. For sure. 100%.
Just suitcases after
Just,
suitcase.
yeah, shit tons.
Dude,
Just printed off Google and then glued
I
onto a
can't
notebook
wait till I
page.
have
You
a
wish.
100,000 channel points so I can have a call with Gear.
Oh, she's trying to get my number. She's trying to get my number, boys.
Don't I have your number?
Holy shit. I don't
I have
know.
your
Do
number.
you?
I think
Oh.
you gave it to me.
How come you never call me? What the fuck?
Bitch, you never text me. Don't start. It's a two-way, okay?
Okay, excuse me. Are
Oh,
we
Yeah,
gonna?
I
no.
think I'll show you guys my weirdest item in my room. Hold on.
Okay, let's see it. It's gonna be a fucking butt plug with
It's
a
under
fur
my
tail.
bed. Give me a
Butt
second.
plug with a fur tail, dude. It's a butt plug with a
I
fur
mean, is
tail.
that
I'm telling
really
you
weird,
right now.
though?
That's
Alright, are y'all
for a
ready for it?
dude. It better
I'm
be.
scared.
If it's not a
No,
butt
even
plug
for
or
a
a
dude, I
dragon
don't think it's
dildo.
that weird.
A big fuck you.
Bruh, I'm too high for this shit.
Well, as you can see, I have the Master Sword.
Yeah. Did you have
I have a
trouble
bunch of-
sitting down? What the fuck?
I have like a bunch of like
I don't know.
figurines of stuff, but I don't know anything that I have that's
I have a
truly
bunch of like
weird.
yeah, nothing's weird. This is all collector shit. Oh, yo, this just reminded me of something. Bro, I've wanted to talk about this on the podcast for a long fucking time, and it's tripping me out. I've been too high for too long because I thought about this shit, and it blew my fucking mind, bro. Oh, okay. What is happening to the human race, bro? It's getting weird. You think about the technology is advancing right now. And I started to think about it. I started to notice a pattern with the rapid increase and growth of technology. Our environments are changing because of it.
I mean,
Well, hold on.
think of
It's wild to think about because everybody that used to remember like gaming started growing with the Xbox and all that stuff. And it started to change because once PCs started to, oh, thank you for the follow. Once PCs started to, grow and be like bigger and better, it became such a competition to who, it just, it's this whole, what's the fucking word of it? It just exploded. Technology has just exploded to the point now where our environments have changed so much. When I was a kid, we didn't have these LEDs everywhere. Now everybody has LEDs in their rooms. Another thing is like, um, another thing is just like the layout and the setup and the lighting and everything's changing. Everybody's got LED lights. Like I don't think I've seen anybody in VR chat or in gaming that, or Discord, whatever. They all have LED lights. The whiter rooms, pink lights, LEDs. Everything is. I don't know. It's changing our environment. I don't know if you guys see it that way, but it's a really interesting.
technology will improve and go in waves, like everybody getting TVs, everybody getting phones. And sorry, not sorry.
Right.
Wolf, thank you for telling this person who followed.
Yes. Wolf told me to stop by and listen. Sadly, my Wi-Fi is out, so I'm using your phone. Well, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, we are.
Well, when you think about it, the biggest thing you can think about is just things becoming widely accepted. And then the biggest thing you can think about that is going through the sexual industry. Like, when you think about it, people used to, send romantic letters. Then it became, paintings of women. Then it became photos. Then it became sexting. Then it became,
What? Whoa, where
the porn
fuck?
industry, OnlyFans. Okay, can I finish what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm saying that, like, technology makes weird things easier to accept over time.
Okay.
So one of the big things is like how it going from writings to pictures to videos to people sucking each other off in VR chat. As technology gets more advanced, so is all the things people are gonna do with it. They have fucking fully animated sex dolls, dude. It's just fucking technology. Literally fucking technology. Like, technology is gonna used for a
Oh
lot of
my
things. If you
God,
think of it, helping us
shit,
do
shit, bro.
drugs.
I blame him. I blame him for this.
Wait on full drive VR so you can be on some SAO shit. People sucking each other off in VRC. Dude, that shit happens, okay? My point is, with technology, everything's
so-
gonna advance. Like when people think of like kinks and shit like that, or just like
Right.
weaponry. I don't care what part you're on. Everybody's gonna adapt. I'm sorry, Jane. Were you looking for the point of my conversation? Because you could just
No,
I
he
ask
was
did
me
looking
the
on how did
face.
we
He
get
was
here?
looking
How did
on
we
like,
get
how
here?
did we get there?
He's talking about like people taking LEDs from like original lights, advancing in technology. And one of the biggest ways to do that is to think about like when you're in high school, you would send somebody, a sexy message. Now people can literally just bone each other in VR chat. Like that's technological advance because people are gonna do it to have the quickest and fastest access to easy pleasure and whatever else they want to do. People who do
I
drugs,
was
people who
talking
want to do
more
things that are
about.
escapism, alcoholism, they're gonna find the easiest way. You can DoorDash. I DoorDashed liquor to my door like 30 minutes ago.
I was talking
Like
The duality
more
of
about
human
more
The
about what my point was. Like everybody's becoming more like clone-like. It's weird to think about because we're all trying to morph that model of that like gamer room style. It's weird because I don't know. I see it everywhere. Like
got you, sorry, not
everybody
sorry. I
Is
know
wants
it
that feeling.
to
clone-like to become part of a trend?
not a trend, but like
Only if the trend defines who you are
a
as a
culture.
person.
It's a culture rather. You
Well,
know?
like think about like when people started doing like hipster culture and stuff like that. There's a certain style to that. But if you
So
don't
how
let
is
what you
like
do define you, like oh, I can dress like that, but obviously when you see somebody in a certain culture, you expect the look, the attitude, the idealism, and you can adopt a look and not adopt everything about it.
Right.
so
It
tell
becomes
me
a
the
culture when you
difference
follow a
here.
specific set to fit in with specific people.
What was that, Jaden?
Tell me the differences between the lava lamp phase and the LED phase. Like
Oh,
are they
Well,
both
that's a
lava
good
lamp were
point.
always meant
monocultures?
as more of
Well,
like decorative, whereas like LEDs were literally meant like Christmas lights would take up so much power a year and be so wasteful. And when LEDs came through, it was kind of like an environmental push. Like these will last you 3 times longer, take this much less power, and you'll save
well,
this
it
much on your
wasn't just
bill.
that. Gamers love colors and just bright customization. There's like everybody that builds a PC and not even just that, if they're in the gaming community at all, there's just it's kind of the like I said, the underground kind of culture is that style. It's really interesting to think that LEDs, RGBs, that's all like gamers, gamers have this. It looks really cool and it's
I'm
um
not gonna lie, I did go out and see someone who had a lifted truck that right
with
under their
the
like rims for their
RGBs.
cars had
Yeah.
like they're just like really just four like
It's
lights. They looked
right.
bad, but I was like, oh look at that gamer, he has an RGB car. Holy shit! Like
My
he's
car
fucking
has
around.
LEDs in it. My floorboards have LEDs on them. It's Jaden, you good, bro? You're like
Look
falling
at
off.
Wolf. Wolf's just sitting there dancing around.
Wolf's good. Jaden, you look like you're falling asleep, bro.
Dude, my eyes won't open.
He's
Boy,
just
My choice.
zooted. He is zooted.
you look
Uh,
so snuggly. I just want to like cuddle you.
I
Look at
have
you.
I
You're so
have
I am
sleepy.
cuddly.
blanket.
Come
I'm
here.
good.
I'm very snuggleable.
I
I
could
have
be even
blanket.
more
I'm good.
snuggly, but I'm not wearing
I'm
my onesie
cozy.
right now.
I got
I'm a
my
woman, so I'm just naturally
my
snuggleable. I think that's
blanket.
how it works.
Things are good. Today sucked. We got like another 6 inches of snow, and I had to work in it.
I don't have snow yet.
I wish you didn't say
I
of
don't either.
snow.
It sucks. Ugh. But yeah, Christmas is coming. Oh, speaking of which, this just reminded me, Jaden. After the podcast, I want you to send me your mailing address so I can send you the one of the mugs from the JH show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you go
So,
sorry, not sorry. Thick girls for the win.
hey, there you
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Thick girls, let's
Chubby is
go.
extra fluff to cuddle
They
with. That
are.
ain't
They're
nothing to be
great.
ashamed of.
They're great. You gotta love the thickness. Um,
Get down with the thickness, you know
Get
what I'm
down
saying?
with the thickness.
Get up, go down.
But yeah,
I
I
want to
want
see
to
them in
send
concert so
you.
bad.
I want to send you one, and I want to send Wolf one because I've got two extras. I've got mine, which I always use, but I have two extras they've
Hurtful.
had for a while. So I was like, why not send them to you guys? You know, you can have a piece of the show. So
Sounds
That's
yeah,
good,
cute.
man.
That's
I'll
sweet.
figure that out. But
Have
ho-
y'all heard recently about? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gear.
No, go
uh,
ahead.
I was just reading chat. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
Pillsbury Dough Girl with extra love rolls. I like that.
um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Go ahead, Jaden.
I was just wondering if you guys have heard anything recently about the henways, like that's like viral on like social media right now.
Henways. Doesn't sound familiar.
No, not that I know of yet. I
I have
keep pretty
no
up with
clue what
everything.
the fuck that
Yeah, I don't know
is.
what that is. What is it?
Explain.
You're
Yes.
supposed to say, "What is a henway?"
Oh. We fucked the joke up. We fucked the
You
joke
fucked the
up,
joke.
boys.
You fucked the joke.
Okay.
We were also
What is
generally
a
confused
Henry?
about not knowing the fad that we ruined it.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay. I'll get y'all next time with it.
Well, what is a Henway?
About a pound.
Uh,
Oh.
farmer joke.
It's like
Farmer joke.
Updog, but
That's
worse.
disgusting. That's
It's like
nasty.
Updog, but
Hell
worse.
no, man.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Garrett,
Hell
shoot
god,
it
I
in
no.
got
there.
my dad with
Shoot
it
it
this
in
past
there.
weekend.
More! More! Oh, come on. That's a pussy shit.
Wait, what's going on?
I have
Don't
to breathe.
finger waggle
Listen.
me like I'm.
Listen. I have to breathe. I have to breathe, okay? I'm laughing too hard and I
Did
can't.
But
anyone in
then why
chat
do
find that
guys always
joke
want to say
funny?
they
Put a
want to
I
be
don't
one in
know.
chat if
suffocated
you
by
found
a
that
thick
joke funny.
girl if they already have problems breathing?
Ugh.
You know you're a stoner when you lost the lighter. Yeah, for real. And it's in your hand. I'm like, where the fuck's my vape?
I know where my shit
Bruh.
is. Don't even start with me. I
No,
have
I
candles. I
know
got a
where
light.
my
I
shit
can't
is.
lose my
I can't
lighters.
lose my shit. Are you kidding me? You gotta.
No, fam. I used to keep this thing fully stocked. When I would go smoke with my friends, I have a bag that I would take, and it would have, I think I still have lighters in here too. Yeah, I have a bag of about 10 lighters that I'd always bring with me. So if
Right,
people would steal mine, I would steal theirs when they weren't paying attention, and I would always have lighters. It'd be great.
right.
Bitch can't steal my shit.
Okay, so is
What?
there anything. Is there anything you guys like really took out of that show? For me, it was the insane benefits of marijuana with healing. I was like, I've never actually heard any research done on it because I haven't. I knew it
There
was
has been, it's just not government sanctioned, so it's not considered
right,
like
right.
honest studies. But that's also because they won't change what they classify marijuana as a type 1 drug.
It's so dumb. And it's like, I don't know why people don't just. Because most people that do that are pretty relaxed people. They want to do it at the end of the day. They're pretty responsible. That's the majority of people, but there are those few that make the rest look bad, and that's the problem, right?
Well, like a big part of it becomes question of productivity because people are like, oh, well,
Right,
if people are doing this to treat their pain, but they still need to, work during it, how much productivity am I losing to this person
right.
because they're in this state of mind because of the stigma that's on this drug?
Yeah. It's a very interesting topic and um
Please don't
was
my
it
shit in my bra.
uh,
The worst part is when someone's like, oh, let me get that for you, bitch. Nah. This is my titty food and I'm gonna eat it.
What?
excuse me?
She's talking about lose shit in your bra. So you'll eat something and it'll fall in your bra, and there's always someone that's like,
Oh.
"Oh, let me get that for you." Like, bitch, this is my chicken nugget now. It fell in my boobs. It's mine. I'm gonna eat it.
What the fuck? Oh my
Bruh.
god.
You'll understand when your titties come in, Garen.
Uh, excuse me? Yeah, fuck
Someone
you
just
mean?
randomly gifted me a game on Steam.
Oh.
What did they gift
Wow.
you?
Hades.
Huh.
Oh,
Which I
Wait,
actually
Hades
what?
is
been
supposed to
looking
be really
into.
good. Isn't that expensive? It's a
I
good
have
game.
no idea. I have
Huh.
no words.
Wait, who
Bruh,
gifted
Wolf,
it
you
to you?
better send me this woman's Discord. I need more friends like her. Dennis! Hey!
Right.
Well, if you
Yep.
have my permission to do that, I think I found a new friend.
I gotcha.
Hell
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so for anyone that is new to our podcast, we've kind of changed things a little bit as of recently. We've got some podcasts we'll do in VR and some we can do like this, depending on our state of mind. Um, I don't know. I enjoy doing this like once a week because it's a nice kind of relaxing thing to do. I'm usually not high when I'm throughout the rest of the week. But on Thursday, I keep it there just as a good, like, relaxing, fun thing to do with you guys. And
It's a
so,
forceful thing to get everything together, but it's like the most wonderful thing because it forces
right,
you and all your friends to feel obligated to hang out. And it's hard to find those time these days. So this podcast is
right,
really just the time we all get to hang out. And obviously I get to hang out with the new awesome people and you invited me to be here. So it's just
yeah.
been wonderful to have you guys and talk to you.
And
Or aren't you
we'll,
just a ray of sunshine?
yeah, Jaden is high as shit right now, bro.
Dude, when I start talking country, I am fucked up.
Oh, that's
Quiet, hot
funny.
Lord
You
Farquaad.
do it all the time, bro. You do it all
Don't
the
shake your
time when I
head, you
hang
know
out with
you
you.
like it.
Lord Farquaad.
SMH my head.
Jesus. But yeah, no, it's really fun to do this. So like I said, our podcast is kind of changing. We'll have a couple episodes in VR, and we've got like a podcast studio in VR that we're working on. And some of you saw it last week, so that was pretty cool.
I
Um,
got a friend request on Discord. Hey.
nice. But yeah, so these, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I do enjoy getting, a little high and getting in here and just chatting. It's fun because it's kind of changed. Before it's felt like we struggled to come up with conversation topics, and now we're just kind of free to do whatever. We
Hmm.
can have like a main direction, obviously, and we can kind of talk about that topic for a minute, but it's fun to just kind of ramble. And it helps the podcast just roll along pretty easy,
I think
you
it's
know.
good to have a topic we just kind of blossom from. Like earlier, talking about, these
Right.
uses for weed, and we just kind of went off. Plus, I think something really informational about that, especially if you're going to be stoners and call it a stoner podcast, being like in the know about all these things that, maybe not a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
think about.
And sharing it with
Really
other
puts us
people.
ahead of those like thoughts and being able to develop ideals that, maybe people wouldn't have thought to, talk about as much.
Right. Yeah. Um, so, I mean, okay, so we're watching that. How many episodes are there in this show?
Um, Give me one hot minute. In season one, I believe there's 7, but I think there's 3 seasons.
Okay.
All right, so in Etiquette, the one we watched, the one where it's like actually, talking about those topics. The first season has 8 episodes. The second season has another 8, so that's 16. And the third season has 10 episodes, so that's 26 episodes of different topics.
Right. Huh.
So, in
Well,
just the first season, things we would watch are people who migrated to work on it, how people are being against it for veterans, the enjoyment, it in other countries, essentially, is all the stuff that would be
look
coming
at
up.
What the
Jaden, bro.
fuck?
Look at his eyes. He's gone, bro. He can't even keep them
Jaden's changed
open,
his
dude.
background.
Bro, it shows his eyes so tiny. It's great. This is awesome.
Oh, why can't I
Yeah.
upload my own images?
What was that thing Rohan was saying earlier to annoy you?
You did upload your.
Oh,
That the beach something
Island
or other
Boys.
boy?
Yeah, Island Boys.
Yeah.
Fucking Island Boys. That shit's so stupid. I'm
Raining
so
day.
glad that shit's done. They're so stupid. Well, I'm
I'm an
sure we're gonna
island
hear
day.
from them again because they made a ton of money off of that stuff, and it's so stupid. Uh, I don't know. What did you guys think? I thought it was just dumb.
I have no idea what you were talking about, so I just know that Rohan said it and it annoyed you and it was kind of
Oh, the
funny.
Island Boy
The
thing?
Island Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cringe, but I don't know it very well. Just that people are making fun of these dudes who sing that
Oh,
Island Boy song
yeah.
or
They're
whatever.
making fun of it because it's terrible. I don't know. There are a lot of dumb kids that are like Fortnite type kids, you know. But they're the ones that kind of popped them off because they're like, oh yeah, this is catchy, but in reality, it's terrible. It's like I don't know. You're making millions off of something. Well, and it's the same thing with Juice World or not Juice World. What's his name? The
Travis Scott.
Not Travis Scott.
Who
The
is
the
it?
gay rapper. I can't think of his name.
Nas X.
Nas X. Yeah. So when he did Old Town Road,
Wait,
he
he's
Nas X.
gay?
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lil
Wait,
Nas
what?
X.
Oh yeah,
I
Lil
didn't,
Nas X is gay.
Oh,
I didn't fucking know
majorly.
that. I don't keep up with like rappers or like music honestly most
Oh
of the
yeah,
time.
he's
What?
majorly gay.
I
Like
usually use
he's
Gear Set to judge what's going on in music right now, and apparently Tequila is still very in style.
Why do you
apparently.
think
I
he made a
haven't played
song?
it in a while, but no, it's yeah. So I I don't know. It's just interesting.
Why do you think he gave singing a lap dance in his Montero music video?
Yeah. So um, I was gonna actually ask something about music, and then I forgot. But we'll try and come up with
Jade,
something
come
here.
on!
I
Jade,
gotta
come
think
on!
of it. I gotta think of it.
Yeah,
I'm
close
thinking
enough.
hard. Wait, what are you
Ooh.
doing? What are we doing here? I don't know.
We're
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 making
Latom.
hand
mimicking
signals
you,
now. How
Gear.
about what the fuck is going on here, bro?
Latom.
Fuck is go-
um. Okay. Honestly, favorite album, favorite band, and why? I don't know if I've ever asked this, but Wolf, favorite band and why?
Favorite band?
That's so hard.
Probably has to be 3 Days Grace.
Hell
Just because
yeah.
I grew up
Uh,
listening to them with
that's
my
gotta
I
be
dad.
like
love
my
Three
second
Days
favorite.
Grace.
That's a good one.
That was a really good era of music. You had all those like Avenged Sevenfold, 3 Days Grace.
That was like the
You know,
realizing you're depressed era, at least for
right,
my like
right.
era in
For our
school. You had
generation,
Three
it
Days
was
Grace, you had Theory of a Dead Man, you
yeah,
had your Linkin Park, and
yep.
if you were like hardcore
Lincoln
party and your
Park was
Hollywood Undead, you
huge.
had your Deuce, you had all that in
Yeah,
there.
Lincoln Park was massive. Um,
I remember my mom
yeah.
specifically turning down the radio for what was it? It was thrown
Rockstar.
up and let going out of my fucking
Oh
mind in
yeah,
their
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
song. My mom would turn
That
it down
one.
when my brothers were
That
in the
one's
car where it was
bad.
gonna say fucking and then turn it
Yeah.
back up because it was the only curse word in the entire song.
All right. What about you, Jaden?
I'm gonna have to say Owl City because they were
Ah,
like the first artist that I could listen
I
to
like to make
that my
myself
parents allowed me to listen to, and
good
there's
shit.
nothing that can change the first time you really experience music.
Right. They're very,
So,
very.
It's hard to say that
It's a
I'd
pretty
rather
sound.
stay awake when I'm asleep.
hmm
Yeah, it's good
Cole's
stuff.
just singing it in circles. I'm hearing bits and pieces as he goes in and out of the mic.
I haven't listened
I
to him in
used
a
to
while.
sound just like him in high school. Like I could sing exactly like
Yeah.
him.
Speaking of which, you're working on some stuff, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I'm working on
Let's
a
let's
song right
hear
now.
about this because
Yeah,
you sent me a link or a little sound file of your song. It sounds awesome. It was very
Thank
upbeat,
you.
and I was immediately
hmm
like, "Oh, that's
if
catchy
you
as
ever
hell."
want to debut it, you have someplace to debut it as well.
Right.
uh, yeah, honestly, that would be sick. I
Because we
have
have
one
the party
already.
zone and Gear could put it as an intro to the sets and we can make sure it's a special feature of the night.
That's
That would be
kind.
fun.
But
I
this
could
song,
more than happy.
this one was written, basically out of like loneliness, like emotional loneliness.
Yeah.
And but I wrote it like something that's kind of sad and kind of hard to talk about. I wrote it to like a Street Fighter, like a fight, like a video game
Right.
fight.
Right.
Like that's the kind of vibe I was going for with the fast bass
Empowering
line.
sadness. Like you're
Yeah,
going
Right.
through it. Like it's sad, but
yeah,
you're doing it.
yeah. And I'm super excited about it. I've like made 2 passes at it, but I got a lot of um, tweaking to do. But I like
That's
it a
That's
lot.
cool.
wonderful. That's
Writing
absolutely wonderful. I'd love to hear it sometime. And if you ever want to throw
Well,
it out there, we got you.
I
writing
I
like
think
to
music
this one.
make myself.
writing music's
Well,
interesting because Wolf, I swear to God, I will I will gut punch your colon. I swear to God, man.
I'm
don't
gonna
do
tongue
that.
punch your fart box.
Wow. That is
No, okay, you
aggressive.
really want to hurt somebody? Get them right in the soft spot of the kidney.
Okay. Yeah. I
See, there's
forgot
the
what.
face again.
Yeah, that's
The Jaden.
the face. Oh, it's like that meme where
I
she's
love
like,
it.
oh, that's not great.
She's not wrong.
You
Hey,
know that?
yeah, no, kidney
Yeah,
stones. Woo! Painful.
kidney stones suck.
I had one 2 days ago. I like couldn't get it, but it was awful.
I think we've lost Wolf. I think he died. We only have like 5 minutes left, Wolf. You could sit up, or you could just lay
Let
there.
the
It's
camera
whatever.
see your beautiful
Well,
face,
It's
darling.
whatever.
well,
At this
you
point, it's
You can just
madness.
verbally destroy them and they have to rethink all their life choices and actions, dude. I do that
well
to
you
people all the time. Somebody's like,
Yeah.
something sad. It's like, not that bad. And they're like, oh.
well you see,
There's some.
my legs are stuck on the wall, so I can't move.
Ah.
with
Your
them.
what's stuck on the wall?
My leg.
Oh, okay. That
I'm
was
trying to
oh, yeah, okay.
push with my knees.
This
Can't do
is
it.
Oh, yeah. Come on, your knee should be stronger.
This is
Motherfucker.
interesting. How the fuck did you manage to slide down?
Because
Bitch, I could do it too.
I am
Not
sick.
that hard.
Ow.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Sorry, Wolf's got his dick stuck in the CD drive again.
oh my God. All
You
right.
know, the disc slot.
Jesus Christ. All right, audience. There's a few of you in here. Thank you for watching. We're not done yet. I want to actually ask you guys for some questions.
No, Wolf is dying because you're
yeah.
bullying him in DMs. Ooh, get bullied, Wolf.
Get bullied. But I do want to ask the audience, those of you that are listening and watching right now, go over to our YouTube channel, The JH Show. It's on YouTube. We've got all our videos on there and stuff. You can check that out.
Each week is a new season.
Yeah, it's interesting because we've
They're
done.
galaxies from each other.
Well, it's really
There is no
interesting.
continuity, not even between
What?
the cast.
Yeah, it's just interesting because we're just having a good time now. I really enjoy it. So, go check that out. Appreciate it. We have um, a lot of fun
I would
stuff in
also like
store.
to plug that you are playing this Saturday for the Party Zone event, and Gear will be DJing and have a DJ stream up this weekend for his 2 hour slot in our Christmas party. So
Yep,
you should come on here and watch him if you're not going.
it's gonna be fun.
Wait, what are we
Um,
talking about?
we have a
The Party Zone
Christmas
event this
party event.
Saturday.
I'm
I'm an
DJing.
admin for a club that Gear is our homeboy DJ for.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I got drinks, so
it's gonna
we're
be fun.
good.
It's gonna be a wild weekend. Oh shit! The Witcher season 2 comes out. Oh my
Oh
God!
yeah, yeah, I
comes
saw
out
Told you I would
that.
watch it once we finish Criminal Minds, boys.
well,
So finish it with me.
I've got to watch it
Oh.
with my boys because we're binge watching it the night it comes out. We're watching the whole season because it's the weekend. We're like, fuck it.
Okay,
We're
but you
watching
better
the whole
rewatch it
season.
with me. You said we
Oh,
would
of
after we finish
course I'm
Criminal
gonna
Minds.
rewatch it with you. I'm very excited. Also Arcane. I watched it again for the third time last night, and I cried again. It's such a good show. I just can't. Jaden, did you finish
Sorry,
it? You
maybe
said
we'll
you were
watch it together. I haven't seen it. You
Are you
and
talking about
me.
Arcane?
Arcane,
Have some
yeah.
waifu time.
No. The dudes that I have to wait to watch it with have been really busy with school and stuff, so I'm only on like
I
episode
haven't watched
6.
it either, Jaden.
Uh,
So if you happen to do that
it's so
and you can invite
good.
me, let me know. I need to
Listen,
watch it, but I want to watch it with like
I
fresh mind people.
Oh,
I
well, I'm almost
So I'm
done
doing
with it.
Witcher with you already, Gear. So Jaden, that
Yeah.
would be awesome if you could.
Well, I'll let you know if we ever fucking get back together again.
Just finished the first season. We're watching Shameless at the moment. Is it good?
Shameless.
Shameless is good.
It is?
I've heard it's good, but
Shameless is
I need
good.
to watch Letterkenny. As a Canadian, I think it offends my
yes.
other Canadian
Oh
friends that I have
yeah.
not ever fully
that show
watched
is
Letterkenny.
amazing. It's amazing. It's so well written. It's just really good.
Yeah, I know it
There's
is. I know
so
it is.
this
Especially
is
if my mom, like, I'm Canadian. My mom talks to me in her Canadian. When we talk to family, we get really Canadian. It's really fucking annoying.
right.
So like to hear all this shit that like I know I can perfectly emulate because it's literally the way I talked for years, and I specifically try very hard to not sound Canadian. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, it's funny though, those movies those shows, they just do really well because they're really well
Pitter
written.
patter, let's get at her. Yeah. Oh, why don't you give your nuts a talkie tit, fucker? That's another one.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I have no idea. She said something and I didn't hear all of it, so I was like, what?
What are you doing, stepladder? You were closing the stream for tonight.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we can close it out, I guess. I was gonna say something else, but yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Go check us out anywhere you get your podcasts on YouTube and all of that good stuff. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hi.